Hey, shuckalaka kapow. How's it going, old schoolers? You're kicking it old school, Russell JS, and I'm your host, Russell JS. I have another battle royale for you. Not only is the former lead singer of this band going up against his former band with his most commercially successful album, well, let's say a singer is going up against a band he used to sing in. He's going to go up against their album that came out a year after his. What am I talking about? How about Ozzy Osbourne No More Tears versus Black Sabbath Dehumanizer? Yeah, Black Sabbath Dehumanizer with Ronnie James Dio back on the vocals. And, you know, this was kind of starting a little comeback for Sabbath. I mean, Ozzy Osbourne has the most commercially successful album in 1991. So in 1992, Tony Iommi and Geezer Butler, I guess they had patched things up because for a short time, Tony Iommi was the only member of Sabbath left. I mean, they went through like, you know, after Ozzy Osbourne left the group in 1979, They went through Ronnie James Dio, Ian Gillan, some other guy, and Bill Ward would eventually leave, where they would get Carmine Appice, not Carmine Appice, but his brother Vinny Appice on drums, and then Ronnie James Dio would leave because they were making jokes about his height. But Ronnie James Dio, I guess they decided to patch things up with him because both Ozzy and Dio they are two of the most powerful voices in hard rock history. And then what happened was, Ozzy became more No More Tears was Ozzy's biggest commercially successful album since the Blizzard of Oz in 1980. And Sabbath made a comeback with Heaven and Hell at the same year. But what happened was, for some reason, I guess Tony Iommi decided to bury the hatchet with bassist Geezer Butler, who did collaborate with Oz, over the years. And they got Vinny Appice back on drums, and they got Ronnie James Dio on vocals. And you know what? This is going to be a real contender here. I don't know. I think, this is going to be a big battle royale. Think about it. No More Tears against Dehumanizer. And remember, if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit a like, subscribe, leave comments in the box down below, ring the bell for notifications, and tell your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, your grandma, your grandpa, your nieces, your nephews, your grandsons, your granddaughters, your teachers, your supervisors, your neighbors, your coworkers, your roommates, your classmates, your pets, anybody that wants to kick it old school. And now, without further ado, let's see how these two bad Oscars rank out, shall we? Now, just bear in mind, okay? I mean, there was a comment in the box down below when I put Motley Crue Theater of Pain up against Twisted Sister, You Can't Stop Rock and Roll. I don't have hatred for these albums, okay? I enjoy them. It's just a stroke of fate, okay? Which reminds me, I got to go get a quarter. I don't have a quarter available, so I got a penny. So Abe Lincoln will take over for Mr. Washington. But I wanted to make things clear on that. I don't hate Theater of Pain, okay? I really don't. It's a stroke of fate. It's luck of the draw. I mean, that's all it is. But now we're going to have Ozzy Osbourne go up against Black Sabbath with No More Tears versus Dehumanizer. Now let's get this bad Oscar rolling, shall we? Okay, in the case of Ozzy Osbourne No More Tears versus Black Sabbath Dehumanizer, Mr. Tinker Train versus Computer God. Man, both are great, especially Mr. Tinker Train. It reminds me of Freddy Krueger. And Zakk Wylde's guitar work and Randy Castillo's drumming, they're just top notch in that tune. And same thing with Computer God. I Don't Want to Change the World versus After All the Dead. Again, I love them. I do love them both. So again, 2 points for both. Now we're getting third time. Mama, I'm Coming Home versus TV Crimes. Oh boy, this is gonna really hurt. I got to flip for it. So heads, it'll be Mama, I'm Coming Home, and tails, TV Crimes. Well, third time will be a charm. And the winner for this one, for this toss, is heads, Mama, I'm Coming Home. Okay, Desire versus Letters from Earth. Oh man, how many more coin flips? I mean, do I love these songs that badly? It's hard to flip a penny. And the winner for that is tails, Letters from Earth. Okay, No More Tears versus Master of Insanity. You know, it was an okay song, No More Tears, but I love Master of Insanity better. Sin versus Time Machine. You know what? Time Machine was actually the very first time I heard Sabbath in the movie Wayne's World, that scene where he's going to chase after Cassandra and he gets pulled over by the T-1000. And I remember getting the soundtrack to Wayne's World on CD. And oh man, it would be a year later till I realized that Ozzy was the singer of Sabbath. And Sin, I'm not a big fan of, so you know what? Time Machine gets the point. Okay, Hellraiser versus Sins of the Father. Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is another coin tosser. I mean, I love Hellraiser. I even love Lemmy's version when he did it for Motorhead. And the winner is heads, Hellraiser. Okay, Time After Time versus Too Late. Oh boy, this is gonna really hurt. This is killing me. It's killing me, man, because I love both these albums, but I'm trying to be fair here. So you know what? Heads, it's Time After Time, and tails, it's Too Late. Yeah, that was weak. You know what? Heck it. I'm just gonna let it naturally fall on the table instead of catching it, and I'll let fate determine. And the winner is, yeah, this is how it goes right here. Tails, Too Late. Zombie Stomp versus I like I better than I like Zombie Stomp, so therefore it's a point. AVH versus Buried Alive. Another one. So here we go. Heads, AVH, tails, Buried Alive. And the winner is, for this toss, heads, AVH. All right, last song on No More Tears. Oh, wait. Yeah, last song on No More Tears versus Blank Space. Road to Nowhere versus Blank Space. You know what? I do love the song Road to Nowhere, so there's the point. So here is the final score for both albums. Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears versus Black Sabbath, Dehumanizer. And here we go. Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears with 6 points. Dehumanizer with 7 points. So you know what that means? The winner is Black Sabbath Dehumanizer. Now, again, I want to go ahead and address everybody because I have seen comments, and you know what? Hey, I understand you disagree with me. I mean, I remember somebody disagreed with me when Robert Plant Fate of Nations beat No More Tears, and somebody disagreed with me on Twisted Sister and Motley Crue a while back. But you know what? Hey, it's a stroke of fate. It is a stroke of fate. I mean, even when let me go back. I mean, somebody even asked me if I was smoking crack when I thought Stairway to Heaven, was overplayed, and I chose Simple Man by Leonard Skinner. But you know what? Look right here. I'm pretty healthy for a crackhead, don't you think? But that ends this debate, so looks like Dehumanizer is the more superior album. Well, I've also got some more. As you saw a clip right there, the Doors Morrison Hotel versus Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers Hard Promises. I hope I don't get a lot of hate for that. And I plan on pinning Led Zeppelin 1 versus Robert Plant Pictures at 11. And what else do I have here? Let's see, I also have Tribute to the Ramones, Originals versus Tribute. I have some other stuff in here. I plan on doing Ozzy Osbourne Blizzard of Oz versus Dio Holy Diver, which a lot of you will probably, if Dio was to win that battle, a lot of you will probably be like, oh, you just committed blasphemy. Or if Ozzy wins that battle, some of you be like, well, I think Dio was a much better frontman in Sabbath than Ozzy. Or who knows? You might even just be like, oh, what difference does it make? They were both great. In my opinion, they were both great. I mean, just like I think that in Van Halen, Sammy Hagar and David Lee Roth were both great. Oh, here's another one. Jimmy Page and Robert Plant No Quarter, Unleaded or Unplugged versus Kiss Unplugged. So there you have it. I got a lot more in the works for you. And, Dehumanizer won. So that's what I got going on. And, I'm still suffering from a backache. And one thing that doesn't make me happy right now is I took my car to get serviced because the headliner that's, under my moonroof of my Chevy Equinox. All right, let's put it this way. I bought my car at a Kia dealership in the used car lot, okay? 2 years ago. And, well, needless to say, just recently the headliner came down. I guess maybe it's the Florida sun, who knows? But they were giving me a ration of garbage about, oh, there's a spring and it's going to cost you this extra amount of money. For a spring, really? The motor in that thing works, okay? It works. But all they had to do was put the headliner up. I mean, how hard is that, right? And then they had to go ahead and charge me $250 just to pull my car out of their shop. I'll tell you what, man, that's the classic, I talk about highway robbery. That's the classic biggest highway robbery in the whole wide world is the automotive business. But at any rate, that's all I got for this video. And remember, keep kicking it old school. Keep it real, keep it fresh, keep it real, keep it chill. Listen to old school music, play old school video games, watch old school TV shows and movies. Get you enough of love, get you enough of peace, get you enough of tranquility, get you enough of less chaos, no drama. And remember, just keep it real and, hit the notification bell and subscribe. And I want to wish you all Godspeed. May the force be with you always. And shaka-laka kapow!